Hi, this is Fullerton's Professional Organizing. And if you have not seen any of my videos, my name is Carrie. We help people declutter their faith, home, and business. Now, today we're talking about motivation. Now, if motivation alone worked, your house would already be organized, right? Decluttered. It would already be organized. Your business would already feel peaceful, and your faith wouldn't feel cluttered, heavy, or rushed. Now, most people don't struggle with how to declutter. They struggle with why they can't stay motivated. Does that feel like you? They start strong, or they pull everything out and get started. One drawer, one weekend, one big purge. And then life happens. They see the huge mess they've made by pulling everything out at once. And that's what we're going to talk about. Today, we're talking about a different kind of motivation. Motivation rooted in purpose, identity, and peace, not pressure. Because before you declutter a space, you must declutter your mindset. You have to be ready for what's in store, what's ahead, what is the process, what you're going to do, why. So you must declutter the mindset that created the clutter in the first place. Okay? So decluttering is not a cleaning project. It is a decision-making process. And decision fatigue is the number one reason people quit. You must release these lies first, okay? This will help you possibly not quit in the middle. And here are the lies. I need to do it all at one time. I should be further along. I can't start unless I have time, energy, or motivation. An organized life means perfect life, a Pinterest life, a magazine home. The truth is, decluttering is not about control. It's about your mindset. What do you want? What do you want this to look like? A clear picture of what your space is going to be used for. The right mindset sounds like this. I can start small. I can choose peace over perfection. I can steward what I have instead of accumulating more. I don't need more. I am allowed to let go of the things that I'm not using, that are not fitting into this season, this lifestyle, where I'm going from today, from the past. Now, motivation grows after action, but only when the action fits your season. I talk a lot about seasons. We have a toddler season. We have a retirement season. We have a season in between. Transition, sandwich generation, you name it. There's so many transitions. Now, decluttering and organizing sometimes starts with your faith. Many women don't realize their faith life is cluttered. I'm not talking about bad stuff crowded. I'm talking about faith clutter that looks like too many expectations or too many spirituals I should have, could have, would have. Comparison with other women, guilt-driven devotion to whatever. You don't need to add more Bible studies. Of course, you always need more of the Bible. You need to clear space. Decluttering your faith means releasing performance or works related performance, letting go of who's better than you or how you should be like so and so, simplifying your connection with God. Ask yourself this: am I trying to impress God, or am I walking with Him? Organized faith is not louder, it is quieter. It is rooted. When your faith is organized, you hear God more clearly. You stop working harder and striving harder. Motivation flows from love, not fear. Now, decluttering and organizing your home, this is what it might look like. Clutter is rarely about your stuff, really. It's about how your stuff makes you feel and why. Your stuff, your clutter is about delayed decisions, emotional attachments, unrealistic expectations of who you are or who you should be, exhaustion, tired. Why motivation fades sometimes at home? You try to declutter your fantasy life. This is how I'm supposed to be. This is what it's supposed to look like. Pinterest, magazine, instead of your real life. An organized home supports your routines, your energy, and your lifestyle, but most importantly, the season that you're in right now. Your toddler season is going to look so much different than your retirement season. Home decluttering mindset shift should ask, what do I actually use? What makes my daily life easier? What creates peace, not overwhelm, pressure to do better, be better, become. And here's where you start. You start with one drawer, one little drawer, one shelf, one flat surface, one closet, one cabinet. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation comes from visible progress. When you see progress, when you have a small win, when it looks like you've made a little organized space, it lights you up. And that is your motivation. When your home is organized around functionality, motivation starts. Now, let's start decluttering and organizing your business. Business clutter is kind of sneaky. It looks like too many ideas, especially if you didn't brain dump and write them all down. Too many offers. Do I discount? Do I not discount? Do I, what do I do here? How do I do it there? Too many unfinished projects. Too many obligations. Business clutter causes a lot of things: burnout, loss of motivation, a lot of confusion, panic, guilt for not being enough. Okay, so decluttering your business means that you have to choose a clear concept and a planned concept over just chaos. Okay, focusing on what actually produces fruit, what produces money, what does not produce money. Letting go of what no longer fits into your business. It may have been discounts and no longer discounts. Now, here are some questions that you have to ask yourself. What am I doing out of fear? Do I give people discounts out of fear of not getting clients? What is draining my energy without results? Am I busy, 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 but not actually getting real productive work done? An organized business does not require constant activity, constant hustle and bustle and busyness. It requires intentional systems. When business clutter is removed, it will give you more motivation, confidence, and peace instead of a panicked process. Okay. Now, how do you get motivated and stay motivated? Motivation is not something that you wait for. It is something you have to cultivate. All right. And there's 6 ways to stay motivated. Number 1, start small, smaller than you think. Tiny wins build momentum and confidence and boldness, and you want to keep going. 2, declutter in layers. First pass equals observe. Be observant. Second pass is emotional. And your third pass is very intentional. All right. 3, you're going to create rhythms, not marathons. Daily 15 minutes is better than a whole weekend burnout. Okay. 4, measure peace, not perfection. Does your life feel lighter? These are some of the ways that you're going to get, stay motivated. 5, return to your why. Why do you want order? What is the purpose of this space? Why do I want it to function this way? Number 6, regulate before you quit. Lost motivation equals time to pause, not give up. Motivation stays when decluttering aligns with who you are, not who you think you should be. There's the difference right there. Process it with let God lead you instead of who you think you should be. Now, before you declutter a drawer, before you organize your planner, before you start another system, pause, take a minute, take a beat, take 5, and ask yourself, what needs to be released? What needs to be let go? What no longer works? What never worked in the first place? What needs to be simplified? What needs to be aligned with where I'm going, the season I'm in? Because order flows from peace. You don't need more motivation. You need permission to let go. And that's what I'm giving you today. Peace. Permission, not peace. I'm giving you permission to let go. Through decluttering, we'll give you peace. Gentle decluttering. Be gentle to yourself. All right. If you like this video, if it encouraged you, subscribe for faith-centered decluttering and organizing. Comment below which area needs decluttering first. Is it your faith, your home, your business, or all 3? I ask that sincerely. And you need to ask yourself that. All right, guys, I know this video will help you get motivated. So thank you. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video.